Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Nick and Knarf. I am Knarf, and I'm welcoming you to a show that, unfortunately, we're going to do without my brother Nick, who is unable to join us today because he recently had a little bit of eye surgery done, minor surgery, worked on his eye. He had a little bit of a tear in the retina, and his eyes are really swollen and red, and he's tearing up, and he didn't feel comfortable coming on. He'll be joining us again real soon, but he said, why don't you go ahead and do a reaction video without me? And so without Nick being here, and we miss you, Nick, I'm going to go ahead and do one for you, and I want to share some wonderful stuff today from an artist who is just a giant in my mind, someone who absolutely deserves to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and isn't. It's the great Warren William Zevon, born in 1947, died, unfortunately, at a very young age of 56 in 2003 from mesothelioma, a really tragic loss, but an incredible artist who I was very fortunate to see live here in Tucson with my wife, Mary, in the late 1980s, might have been 1990, over at the University of Arizona Ballroom when he was doing his solo shows that was compiled and put together, I guess, up in his solo album called Learning to Flinch. He came here, performed solo with just a piano and guitar, and he was his usual eclectic, eccentric, exasperating, and exhilarating self, doing all of his repertoire. It was just a great joy to see him in concert. But one of the great artists of the 70s, 80s, and 90s, wrote songs for other people that they made famous, but notably Linda Ronstadt. He did Hasten Down the Wind and Poor, Poor, Pitiful Me, and a bunch of other stuff. A friend of many of the greats of rock and roll like Jackson Browne and so many others. What can I say? He's just brilliant. And I have so many favorites. I didn't know what to pick, but I settled on three that I want to share with you today. I'm going to sandwich two of his rockers between one of his most tender and beautiful love songs to just show you the range of Warren Zevon, who's been described as the Excitable Boy, like from his title of his 1978 album, also called the Torpid Renegade. What a great term. Great stuff. And anyway, I'm looking forward to getting in it, sharing it with you today. But before we do, as always, I'd like to invite you to be sure to subscribe, like, and share. We'd love to have you be a part of the tribe if you are not already, because we care for your ears. And for all of our subscribers, I want to thank you very much for all you are and all you do. So let's kick it off with a song from his 1987 album, Sentimental Hygiene. This is one of my favorites off the album. It's the irascible tune, Detox Mansion.
Detox Mansion, way down on Last Breath Farm. I've been raking leaves with Liza, the endless clean up the yard. Hey! Left my home in Music City, in the back of a limousine. Now I'm doing my own laundry, and I'm getting those clothes clean.
Great lap steel guitar work by David Lindley.
Going from the Detox Mansion and this quiet life I lead. And I'm dying to tell my story for all my friends to read. It's tough to be somebody. It's hard to keep from falling apart. Here on Rehab Mountain, we're gonna learn these things by heart. Hey! Well, I'm gone to Detox Mansion, way down on Last Breath Farm. Been raking leaves with Liza, the endless clean up the yard. pictures. We play golf in the afternoon. Well, it's tough to be somebody, and it's hard not to fall apart. Way up on Rehab Mountain, we learn these things by heart.
Yeah, God, that song just cranks. And how about that lap steel guitar work by David Lindley? Just elevates this song to another level. But the sardonic wit of Warren Zevon, he's just, like I said, torpid renegade is the word for him. But got pained and tender and just the range of feelings of the music of this man over the years. Why isn't he in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? I have no idea. Anyway, have you guys ever seen Warren Zevon? Let me know in the comments below. He's so great. Really love his stuff. Now, let's go to something much more tender and shows this other side of Warren Zevon, the pained, anguished, love-starved, and desperate kind of soul in so many of his tunes that really can wrench the emotion out of you. This one is from his 1976 self-titled album, Warren Zevon. That was produced, by the way, by Jackson Browne. And this is the song that he wrote, that himself, he sang himself beautifully, but that Linda Ronstadt actually made famous and titled her own album. This is the beautiful Hasten Down the Wind.
She tells him she thinks she needs to be free. He tells her he doesn't understand. She takes his hand. She tells him nothing's working out the way they planned. She's so many women. He can't find the one who was his friend. So he's hanging on to half a heart, but he can't have the restless part. So he tells her to hasten down the wind. Then he agrees, he thinks she needs to be free. Then she says she'd rather be with him, but it's just a whim by which she hopes to keep him on the limb. She's so many women. He can't find the one who was his friend. So he's hanging on to half a heart. He can't have the restless part. So he tells her to hasten down the wind. She's so many women. He can't find the one who was his friend. So he's hanging on to half a heart. He can't have the restless part. So he tells her to hasten down the wind. He tells tells her to hasten down the wind.
Is that gorgeous or what? I was just looking at the information about who is on this album along with Warren Zevon. The harmony there was done by, believe it or not, Phil Everly of the Everly Brothers. The other people performing on this album, dig these names: Jackson Browne, Lindsey Buckingham, Glenn Frey, Don Henley, David Lindley again on the slide. You have Stevie Nicks, Bonnie Raitt, J.D. Souther, Carl Wilson, Waddy Wachtel, among other musicians and collaborators who make this album such a special album. There's so many great songs on this album. The self-titled Warren Zevon, you got to check it out. What did you think of Hasten Down the Wind? Leave me your comments. Okay, let's get into our last selection. This one is from his monster breakthrough album, and really it had a monster in it, The Werewolf of London, but we're not doing that song. It is the great Excitable Boy from 1978, which I first heard and was just mesmerized by when I was back in graduate school at the University of Iowa. And this is maybe my favorite song from the album. It's a great song. There's so many on this one too. But here it is. This one is one of the raucous, rowdiest, and greatly interesting lyrical songs of them all. This one's Lawyers, Guns, and Money.
The way I always do. How was I to know she was with the Russians too? I was gambling in Havana. I took a little risk. Send lawyers, guns, and money. Dad, get me out of this. Ha! I'm the innocent bystander. Somehow I got stuck between a rock and a hard place, and I'm down on my luck. Yes, I'm down on my luck. Well, I'm down on my luck. I'm hiding in Honduras. I'm a desperate man. Send lawyers, guns, and money. The shit has hit the fan. Oh, send lawyers, guns, and money. Send lawyers, guns, and money. Send lawyers, guns, and money. Hey! Send lawyers, guns, and money. Oh! Yeah.
Such a great album, Excitable Boy. Just really blew him out into the open, and he met monster success and had a great career after. And man, what a remarkable talent. A really interesting, unique soul on a very pained and brilliant journey through life. Unfortunately, like I said, dying of mesothelioma at the age of 56. There's a great final TV interview. You can see it on YouTube with David Letterman. He was very close to David Letterman and appeared on the show an awful lot. And he did his final TV appearance where he talked frankly about his cancer, his struggles, his fears. It's just great. Check it out on YouTube. Just check for Warren Zevon, David Letterman interview. It's just awesome. Just to sum up what he did, 14 live and studio albums, 6 compilations, 32 singles. He's won some Grammys posthumously for his album that was produced posthumously called The Wind. Really tender and pained album, beautiful album. All of his stuff is intriguing, powerful, infuriating, exciting, brilliant, tender. There's not enough adjectives to describe the music of Warren Zevon. And I sure as hell hope you enjoyed my tribute to the great Warren Zevon today here on Nick and Knarf. And missing Nick, I know he's going to enjoy watching the video, and I hope you all enjoyed it. And again, I'd like to invite you, if you have not, please subscribe, like, and share. We'd love to have you be a part of the tribe. Be sure to hit the like icon for us. That helps the algorithm spread the video a little more and helps us grow the channel a bit as we're caring for your ears. Anyway, I want to thank you again today for joining us on another episode, and hope we'll see you again next time on Nick and Knarf. Until then, ciao bambini. Peace out to all.